Good morning. Today's word is crown. Quite a quite a nice word, I think. And for this one, I have an idea. Shouldn't really say that, should I? So I'm gonna kind of put in a couple of little space idea lines because this is one of those ones I could quite easily mess up like mad. So that'll do. Just to kind of give me that kind of security blanket of kind of like that. Don't go too far that way. Don't go too far that way. You know. And then just go mad in on the ink. And I've got this idea for crown that's I'm gonna try and I glued my I glued my paintbrush back together. What a cheap man I am. Dear, 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 dear. So I'm just gonna start because I really want this idea of something quite heavy and quite kind of dramatic to begin with. And it needs to be around the top of it. That's my impression. Oh, maybe a bit too much maybe there over that because I really wanted to have the face very, very clear. Let's grab a pen and see what happens. Oh, it's a different maybe let's try that one. Let's just dab some of that ink so it doesn't come flooding down on top of me. Lovely. Right, so the idea is with the crown, I like this idea of it being something not like a kind of royalty crown, but something maybe a little bit more like a crown maybe that he's not so happy about having or it belonging to him. And that's kind of like quite a difficult kind of image to kind of get across. So I'm going to attempt it here. And it's going to be one of those drawings where I kind of got to draw it backwards. I got to kind of draw it from the chin upwards to kind of make it work. And I'm really not sure. That nib's going to fall out, isn't it? I'm really not sure if it's one of those type of things that's going to work or not. But let's have a look and see. It's only ink and paper, man. Right? Isn't that right? Isn't that what I keep telling you? And that's this lovely feeling here of it being there, and that's going to come up on the other side. And the idea of kind of like using this crown in a way of kind of like maybe not making you feel like what a lucky chap, but almost the opposite. Let's see if it works. Yeah, okay. Okay. And that's one of the beautiful things about ink. Ink's kind of like gives you this kind of feeling. It's like it's permanent, you know? And it kind of scares a lot of people off, kind of thinking, oh my God, what about if I make a mistake? What about if you don't make a mistake? What about if you don't? What about if what you draw is just friggin' beautiful? You know? And a lot of times I pick up an old drawing and I think, oh, maybe that's not the best drawing you've ever done, but some of that line work in there is just delicious. You know, you almost want to just eat it. It's so fucking beautiful. I mean, beautiful. And just the way the kind of thick lines and the little thin lines and stuff just make it so beautiful to look at. I mean, you look at some of the great ink people like Gerald Scarfe and people like that. It's just, you really get you going, you know. And now, so I've got this idea here, and I'm really gonna try and play it out. And I love the idea of this being like the king of misery, you know? Like nothing in his life is working out. Nothing at all is good. And I really want this idea of a really sad looking face, if I can get it across. So the crown is sitting on the king of misery. That's a rather dramatic idea, isn't it? Oh yeah, probably is. Probably is a little bit kind of too dark, and but that's what came up in my head this morning. I woke up and I was kind of like, oh, what's the word? Today's word. And I had a look and it was like, oh, crown. And I thought, you know, a lot of times what I kind of do is I kind of think, all right, so what would everybody else draw? Well, you know, they draw a handsome prince, or they draw, you know, something positive and something beautiful and something with royalty, or and I thought, well, let's not go that route then. Let's not let's try and come up with something a bit fresh, a bit different. And that's where this idea came up. So, and it's kind of like, you know, if the word is like bird, then you can kind of see where the obvious choices are going to be. It's going to be, you know, a very elegant, beautiful bird or something. Sometimes it's just nice to play with that. Just take that step in a different direction. And today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're putting down this poor king of misery. You know, I think everybody's had it this year, haven't we? This year's just been shite, really. You know, this year's just been dreadful for everybody. Everybody on the whole planet just seems to be hating this year. That's not bad. Let's give him a little wispy beard type thing. That's like, he hasn't been bothered to even shave, you know. It's like he's got a little wispy mustache type thing going on there. And that's where we've got to bring in the other fingers there. Showing him holding up his own face. That's how miserable he is. That gives me an idea, actually. That gives me an idea. See, sometimes just like talking out loud, it kind of makes you think of things, and you know, like what about if his face was like melting through his own hands, you know? I mean, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? There's his smile. Well, the opposite of a smile. It's all kind of just drooling through his fingers. You know, his face is just kind of melting. Oh my God. See, I wasn't even going to do that. I had no plans to do a melting face. But now, it's like perfect. It just makes it so more beautiful. The melting face of the King of Misery. Okay, yeah, why not? Hello, Mr. Miro, I'm drawing, mate. He's trying to climb up the back of me. The thing is that I leave the back door open so he can go and sit in the garden if he wants, but he still wants someone to be out there playing with him all the time. It's also coming up to time to go for a walk, so, you know, he's also probably thinking, well, you know, put that pen down, mate. It's my time. Well, not yet. I really like that. I actually love that idea. Let's darken up. Oh, let's get rid of some of them blobs. We don't want any blobs on our ink, do we? Let's kind of darken up around his eyes. That'll kind of help with the misery. I actually got about 20 people yesterday on my YouTube page. So really a really big, massive, huge, ginormous thank you for everybody that's subscribed, you know. YouTube have got this thing where you need to get to 1,000 followers before you're kind of even human, you know. It's like, wow, that's hard going, you know. I mean, I only sit and draw pictures and I'm gonna get 1,000 followers, you know. It'd be easier if I was dancing around in a bikini or something, you know. Well, maybe not. Maybe not with my body. I just got a big ear coming out there. Even his ears are drooping. Look at that. What's with all the shading today, Kieron? Huh? No idea. But it kind of works with this drawing a little bit. It's kind of adds a little bit of darkness to the whole subject. Oh my God. What have you done? What have you created? The King of Misery with his floppy ears. Let's get some more fingers coming up through there. Where's that one coming up? That's quite nice. It's got really quite a nice feeling to it. I'm very pleased with this one. And it's still early, so don't get too pleased. You know what happens when you get too pleased, right? That's right. So another finger. That's quite cool. Right. Let's just get this crown before. That's the crown there. A nice big long, elegant, spindly crown. Can you see that? Oh, just on the edge there. Sorry about that. I chose, some days I just choose like the really big A3 paper, and this is what today is it's like this huge big sheet of A3, and to be honest, I prefer the A3. It kind of gives you a bit more kind of a space just to kind of go mad and kind of pull the drawing all over the place. So there's that big crown at the top there. It's quite nice. I quite like that. Kind of gives it quite a nice kind of like it's not an important crown. It's not all covered in diamond or anything like that. It's kind of like, you know, it could even be made of a crown of paper or something, you know. And again, that kind of feeds into the whole story of what's going on in your drawing. You know, as you're drawing it and as you're thinking about all these things that are going on, and you start thinking about, whoa, why has he got a crown like that? Oh, it's a paper crown, all right. So this whole idea of him being the king of misery, maybe not by choice, you know. So that's his arm coming down to that. I don't know why this nib keeps falling out. What's up with you? You trying to leave me? That's not bad. It's got a nice feeling about it. It's nice. It's like quite a nice kind of lonely feeling about this poor melting man, you know. Oh my god. And you see, this is the whole the reason I love this, the way I get so kind of addicted to it. It's kind of like you're drawing stuff that just, it's somewhere in your head, man, you know. It's like it's just there. It's obviously something that's just, what's that? And you're kind of pulling this idea out of your darkest regions of your brain, you know. It's like, let's darken that out. Nice dark feeling there on his back. Give that nice curved feeling there to him. Right, so what's going on there? That's that, that's what we're gonna do. Who's messaging me? What's going on at this time of day? People can't message you in the middle of a drawing. How unfashionable is that? Oh, another blob. That's his ribs there coming in. He's all skinnied up and there we go. We need some more kind of shading underneath all that melting, just to kind of bring it forward a bit. I think that just helps bring the face kind of forward a little bit more. It kind of gives it that feeling that the face is melting and the body's kind of tucked away there in the back. It makes this melting face stand out a little bit more as well from the body. And again, just with this kind of loose drawing, don't worry about your hatch lines being all perfect and measured and whatever else. If you're doing really fancy illustrations and you want it all perfect and beautiful, that's cool, you know? But on these kind of drawings that we're doing here, I hope you're doing a drawing at the same time. And, well, otherwise I feel all lonely and stuff, you know? Just letting the mind relax a little bit, just kind of, and that kind of sketchiness feeling, that sketchy type of looseness calms you down, gives you confidence as well. What I feel. Besides, no one's going to see this drawing, right? And it's just our secret, so it's just like sitting having fun, and yeah, it's not bad actually, you know. There's something really kind of oddly nice about this whole drawing. And that's him kind of squatting down there. It's like, I'm gonna have to give him some kind of pants, or like some kind of underpants or something, you know, otherwise it'll all get a bit too rude, you know. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to get banned for nudity. That wouldn't be acceptable, would it, young fellow? That's nice, that. There we are. That's quite kind of safe, isn't it? He's got this kind of pair of underpants on. Let's make them into Y fronts just to be really sure that they are a man's pants, and we don't get any weird comments from people. There he is. He's wearing his Y fronts, all right. Yeah. The King of Misery in his Y fronts. That's a good title, isn't it? The King of Misery in his Y fronts. So are we pleased with that? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think yeah, we're happy with that. That's nice. That's nice. I like that one. That's cool. A bit mad, a bit mental. And our nib nearly fell out about 58 times, but the melting King of Misery in his Y fronts with a crown. And today's word is crown. And I think it's beautiful. Alright, let's put our name on this beast so that nobody forgets who we are. Kieron Siemens, drawing. Beautiful crown for everybody's entertainment today. And I really enjoyed that. I really did. You're desperate to follow me, aren't you? Desperate to roll across my drawing now. Do you see that nib? Desperate to go rolling across my drawing and make a hash of it. Kieron Siemens on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else, but on YouTube at the moment. Get over there. If you enjoyed this drawing, even if you enjoyed this drawing a teeny weeny little speck, get over there and give me a subscription. Go on. Yeah, you. Go on. I need some. I got to get past this 1,000 thing. Bloody hell. It's like pulling hen's teeth or something. It's like unbelievably painful. And then we can get down to some real kind of live drawings and stuff like that. Boom. There we are. That is a fun drawing. That I really enjoyed that. It really made my day. It's quite tough being an artist, and you know, you draw something and then all of a sudden you finished it and then you have to put it on the side and you just draw a new one, and then it's got to be better than the last one and then better than the last one. It's kind of tough to keep up with. But sometimes you come up with something that's just a pleasure. Today was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to draw. It was an absolute pleasure to draw this one today. The whole idea, the whole concept of it, everything was a total pleasure. And I keep looking at it and I think, you know, that was really enjoyable. And I hope you found it enjoyable too. I hope you enjoyed the whole crazy little thoughts and crazy little adventure. And thank you for watching. As always, thank you for watching. This channel and this whole thing is nothing without you. So I really appreciate you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for a beautiful day. So see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.